vessel this time around, the sun, right? Um, you create these heart walls when people hurt you. And so it create like you get hurt. So it creates a layer of a heart wall, another layer, another layer. So using the energy code, um, they go through all the different emotions. She said usually there's around 35 to 50 emotions that create this heart wall. And we've done, I think, 4 sessions. The first session, I think, we only did 5 emotions. Each time they're asking, is there another emotion that can be cleared for heart wall removal? And then you either get a yes or a no. So the first time was 5. The last time I did it, I think there were 10. So they've increased each time. And then they do an age associated with it. So it's really cool because the first 2, especially when she did each of the emotions and the ages, I totally could pinpoint it of, yep, this would have been a divorce. This would have been my parents divorcing. Like I could attach it to something of, yeah, that's probably what it's around. And then she'll ask at the end, okay, how many days for integration? So it's been anywhere from 2 to 3 days. So we've been pretty much on point. So, within every 2 or 3 days, whatever it comes back with is when we meet. So it's been a pretty intense 2 weeks because I can feel after each session we have, something will happen. And I know that I'm reacting differently than I would have reacted before we had the session, because it's like evidence of, oh, my heart is opening. My heart is allowing the walls to come down so I'm less protected. So I definitely feel more vulnerable because I'm feeling more. So it's great, yet it's also a bit scary. And then at the same time, I know I've been talking about being in transition for work and wanting to go back into the workplace. I haven't been all that serious about it until probably the past week or 2. So doing that in the same time has been interesting with, kind of bringing down the guards around the heart, because I think it's been creating a bit of, I don't know, I've been feeling a bit of, can I do this? There's just a lot of fear and scarcity that I'm feeling right now because I don't have my usual protectors there around the heart, just the guards. So it just feels really vulnerable, but it's good.
So beautiful.
I'm embracing
So,
that. It's good.
so beautiful that you're open to sharing. I think
Mm.
that that's where you start to create the uh, opportunities that new things get to come in because you're willing to share it, right? Like the uncertainties of being so vulnerable
Mm.
is what allows new opportunities. Something I shared today with one of my friends, and I said, you know, curiosity creates innocence.
Mm.
And he said to me, but innocence isn't a virtue. It's not what I'm looking for. And I said, but for me, innocence is what allows me to be connected to our infinite intelligence, our awe and wonder of our teacher, our infinite teacher. And that's what allows me to constantly recognize the magic in everything. But we can't do that, and we can't do that if we're not open to the possibilities of that magic. So it's what keeps me focused on the things that I can do in my heart, even though the mind tries. But if the mind tries, I get on a call with Sagitas or somebody and or do this or be even more vulnerable and or do something that
Mm.
I do it so that the mind actually learns from the lesson immediately. And as a result, it creates even more vulnerability so that the heart has no choice because as a result, the heart starts to lead. And so from that decision of being vulnerable, of stepping into the light, of constantly pushing yourself into the growth zone, of willing to be uncomfortable, standing in the arena, learning, failing, learning, failing, learning, failing forward.
Mm.
It allows you to embody your highest level of internal nature and continuously yearn
Mm.
to listen to the awe of what it's teaching us around us regularly. And I believe that this is then ultimately what allows you to be a child of the universe.
Mm.
Because from the child of the universe, speaking of the child of the universe, we got Pedro coming in right now. But the point is that as a result of allowing that awe, allowing that magic, you actually start to hear infinite's wisdom of great spirit or grand spirit come through. And that's the gift. You know, that's powerful. You can't hear that if you're in the mind. And this is where I'd love, it's so funny, brother Pedro. I was just sharing about the magic of the innocence of the universe, and then all of a sudden you came in, bro. Welcome. Hey, Chai.
Uh, Good morning from Brazil.
Good morning.
Good
Hello,
morning.
everybody.
It's good to see you, brother. I was literally just sharing the magic, and you're like, you came in. It was so profound.
Good to see you too. Good to see everyone. And I'm stay very happy to stay here with all of you today. Sorry for my English. I'm learning, but I try to speak.
Chai, do you want to share a little bit about yourself, brother?
Yes, I am Pedro Issacar. I'm from Brazil. I am in Europa, say shaman, but here we say medicine man. And I work with these medicines, native people. And I meet Eric some years ago, and we go to make ceremonies in Europe. It's a good experience for me because for the most part of my life, I work only my space in my jungle, and I very like meet new people and share this knowledge because here we have one culture, and when we go to the others countries, we have a big experience to share this and receive it. And I feel so good to stay here to share. And now I'm staying in Alto Paraíso. It's a heart of Chapada dos Veadeiros. We stay here in my house with the children, and I here we farm, and we try to keep this abundance. For we don't go for the market or we create dependence for city. We try keep here all of abundance for water and food. And today we have a big abundance here. We have a big farm and we have water. But in this moment, we have many focus of the fire here. And now we have one problem. We need more water for keeping our farm fishing because in our culture we eat fishing. It's a very special part of the food is fishing, and we have a big family. It's many people and children. If we need to go to the market to buy this food, we don't have conditions. And the only solution is we bring this abundance for here. And I'm staying here to share with you. And this is it.
Brother, look at that beautiful puppy. I love it. Do you see how it's all so magical, the energy? So
Yes.
did you see the kiss there right when you finished to share the energy, the kiss happened. You
Hello.
hello. How's
Buni.
how's your house? Hello. Hello.
House. Oh, I love this.
So beautiful. Ouch. Brother, the
And
family,
children,
the
many
children look
children here.
beautiful. You look beautiful. It's amazing to see you. I'm curious, bro. Back down in Alto Paraíso, do you want to share why it's so like a little bit about the community? Because like I know that there's so much abundance there, but I'm super curious if anybody that's listening back, maybe for in perspective, you can tell a little about the land and the waterfalls and what's kind of the magic of everything that happens there and why the land is so important. Because just for everyone's knowledge, myself and Sagitas, we spent a lot of months. Myself, I spent almost a year there, but we went back multiple times, and so I'd love if maybe you can share a little bit about the wisdom of the land and why it's so abundant there.
Yes. I'm born in Alto Paraíso, and I live here the most part of my life. And I here have people for the all of the world. And in the last years, we have many guys coming to Alto Paraíso and have many projects here, but don't have projects for the people of the community. It's only for the other side. And now we try to create one land, one community, when we can farm the medicines. We have a abundance in this farm of medicines and food and water. And in the last years, we expanded our farm and we integrated the spirulina in this project. Spirulina and the fishing. The project of the spirulina stay stopped because we need more resources to keep this project. And the project of the fish it's most easy because we don't need many resources. And my family is a native people, and we have other two projects in the forest Amazon. And this project in the forest the Amazon, it's with the family, the Honey Queen people, and we work to build their houses in the center to bring the family for the city. We have many parents in the city, and these parents don't have work, don't have money to food, and we work on this community to make all of this production, and we don't need to go to the city to search in the city or some place like this. We keep the abundance in the food. This is the project in the Acre, Rio Branco. And in Alto Paraíso, are here, Alto Paraíso, we try to make a bridge. Are here we can invite the brothers and the sisters and all of the family to go here, the share the culture, because for we travel to the jungle is a very difficult process. You needed to fly to Brasilia, and after you need to fly to Rio Branco, and after you need to to drive for the other city, and after we need something like a 10 days in the boat in the jungle. This is a this is a hard for some people, and we try to bring this culture for the city because our here have many houses of medicines and many houses of all of these things. But anyone work with the real native people, and we try to create one space, and this space is the real work of the native people. Are here, we share the culture, we farm our food, and we have our special and clear water. And we have the native people make this, not other guys. It's our.
Do you guys have any questions? Because I want to know what's it called. I really love the place. Like Alto has been a space of like a playground for myself, and I really loved spending time there with, you know, all of the family. But I'm curious if anybody has questions, because yeah, it'd be nice to know what your thoughts are.
I find it interesting that, so when you first started talking, it really, listening to you describe the country, it invoked in my body something that I've never experienced before. Like I could, without even being there and without seeing any pictures of it, it was this, I have it like all over my body. It's so crazy right now. Like I can just feel that it feels to me like a place of home and like a place that I'm supposed to visit and experience. And it's kind of crazy. Like I'm pretty well traveled and there's places on my bucket list. But honestly, none of those places really invoke anything in my body ever. Like my body right now is just kind of crazy the way it's feeling with just you talking about it, which is, yeah, I have a lot of curiosity around this experience at the moment. Can't explain it. It's really different.
I love that you're sharing this because one of the things that I learned about being in the waterfalls down there is because there's so much crystal in Alto Paraíso, and it really opened my crown. And of course, I spent a lot of time with the community and doing a lot of different like work in the forest and the jungles and things like this. But ultimately, being in the water, in the waterfalls, it really evoked like a sense of purity in my body. And so we would go to these waterfalls and we would sing and play and then swim, and it just felt like you're really purifying your body in such a clear way. And I started being able to listen to different parts of my body a lot more clear. It's like this whole clarity. It's like the crystals purified my body, but also it was almost like a shedding, of layers. And you know, it obviously brought, you know, a lot of the community closer together, but then, you know, we were able to bring some of the community, you know, Pedro and our other brothers, Saseki, they came to Ibiza and we did a lot of other stuff in Europe. But the point is that as a result of all of that, it gave us the certainty to kind of know that we're on this meaningful path. And you know, what's the thing, you know, Pedro, that we always say to each other, you know, when we don't, not how, like, it's always like, go ahead.
Yeah, this is it.
it's really about like segura firma, hold strong, you know? How are we holding strong? How are we staying together? How are we simply allowing and trusting that it doesn't matter what, we're always together on this path. And this to me has been always a really important kind of connection point, is being able to fundamentally understand that as long as we hold strong and we hold strong together, whatever comes into our experience, it just becomes our opportunity to take responsibility. Mart, do you want to share anything? Or I hear you thinking, or I see you thinking.
Oh, no, you see me thinking. You see me thinking. Well, what was strong a bit with me is you said that the community's current challenge has a lot to do with water, right?
Yes.
Would you say it's mostly a challenge of the supply, the storage, or the consumption that where lies the biggest challenge?
Yes. Are here in this place, the Chapada dos Veadeiros, we have many abundance for water. Are here is like the water born here, because this we have many water here. But the most difficult part of this is bring this water.
Transport.
Are here, yes, transport. Are here we have one river, and this river stay something like 3,000 kilometers. And the most difficult part is this transport for this water for here. This is are here is not ideal the well, how I can say, are here is not the most special place. One day we have the dream to bring it to keep the other land, because our here is small and don't have many water with the other place. But our here stay good now, and you have this possibility. But one day we'll have this dream to expand this community, and we try to keep one place, and we have one river most closest of this land. But now we have this.
So maybe you want to share your ultimate solution. Like I would like to understand that if you would have more resources than you need now for this limited project, and if you would go all in, if you would have a support you need for the whole community, what would be your needs?
And in this land, we have three works, and we divide it. We have the work with the medicines, and we make ceremonies with the gas and the different people of different parts of the world. And this work with the medicines, we have the farm of the medicines. We have the farm of the food, and we have the 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 uh, the concentration of water, because for these two projects we need many water for the farm of the medicines and for the farm of the food. Now I don't know how I can say, but don't have rain for the last months. Don't have rain. And our water stay very, very down. And now we need to put more bigger. I don't know how I can say, but it's like
Infrastructure.
Yes, we need more bigger to bring this water for here. And for the river, it's something like 3,000 kilometers. In Brazil, this cost is for this project is something like $200 euros. It's 10,000 reais, and the money here.
I'm curious though, can you
It's
tell me more?
$2,000. Sorry. Just to be clear, it's $2,000 they need.
Yes, thank you.
And the river
Sorry
is
for my
3,000,
language.
and the river is 3,000 meters away, not kilometers.
Yes, no, yes, the river is 2,000. No, yes, 2 kilometers. Sorry. Meters. Yes, yes.
I
It's
love
not
I
so
love the I love the
close.
community translation. It's so good.
It's more close.
Once you have been in Brazil, you kind of have to understand this part. That is like it's numbers doesn't make sense, the way it makes for us. It's the next tree, it's the next river. That's it.
Yes.
It's half a day away.
It's more far, more close.
Cool, but I would love to know like the bigger picture also, my brother, so that we can also paint a bigger picture. So like engineering, what does it look like? What's your vision for the future for the children and the children's children in Alto Paraíso, brother? Because you're born there, you're of the plant, you're of the seed of the fruit there. So, I would like to know what you see for the bigger picture of bringing this to your community, your family, your people, and the community there, because, I've been there and I see that, you're right. There's a lot of people that are just coming and taking and not really giving back to the land or serving the community. So what do you see as a way to really incorporate and cultivate the culture, the people, the community, the children? What do you see for bringing this engineering to the water? Do you have any ideas? Have you thought about it? Or maybe we need to have some other experts come and join us so that we can really take your ideas and make them a structure that we can build on and that we can activate further and that we can integrate to a more oriented plan. Think about it.
Yes, this is a good plan. I don't have today. I don't have so many facilities to operate the machines, because this is not many easy for me make a project. We we work with partners, and these partners make this for us. But we wait. Don't stay right, and we waiting for we share this.
Mm. Mark, do you have any deeper questions or anything?
Well, it looks to me that you're wanting to build something that functions like an aqueduct to divert a portion of the nearby river to where the community is in order to supply the quantity of water that is needed, however much that may be. From the sounds you were saying, it sounds that the river has more than enough water, so the diluting a small portion of it back to the community shouldn't be an issue. So then it's a matter of terrain-wise, is it about at the same level, or is the river or the community at a drastically different height?
Yes, in this year, the river stay more dry. In the years ago, We have a very hard dry, but now it's more. This year stay more dry. We have here many waterfalls, and we have some waterfalls. These waterfalls just dry, and we work to bring more water. And with this water, we farm, and with this farm, we bring the rain.
I think it's also valid to say that, pointed out the fact that Brazil is going through one of the worst droughts period that ever had in the last 70 years or more. So it's affecting a large part of the country, you know. So they're lucky that their river still has water, but you know, we don't know what could happen because it's really bad right now, the drought, and there's a lot of wildfires happening all over because of it. So I
Where they
see
are,
why. And
where
I've
they are,
seen, not there, but I've seen, you know, what other communities in other places, you know, and I know exactly the scenarios that could be. So that's why I was also trying to help earlier.
Thiago, que não ficar claro, você traduz pra gente, tá bom?
Hã?
O que não ficar muito claro, aí você traduz.
Tá bem. Traduz. Você me pede. Se você não entender, você me pede que eu traduza.
yeah, where they are though, there wouldn't be I imagine, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, Pedro, because of the waterfalls, I don't imagine the river, you know, drying up.
Yes. It's a bad situation.
Sorry?
This is
Well,
a
he
bad
already said
situation.
that a lot of the waterfalls are dry.
No,
So-
the waterfalls
Yeah,
that
he said some of the
were at,
waterfalls are
brother,
dry.
they're drying up.
That's what he
Yes,
said.
some waterfalls drying up. Because we have many farms with soja here. It's a monoculture.
Yeah, the soy.
And the guys killing the forest to farm. And because of this, the waterfalls is dry. But we have water here. We have many water. Only the thing we need is bring this water.
So
And
what do we
it's
need?
interestingly, one note that what I heard you saying, Pedro, that you creating farming brings the rain.
Yes.
Could you unpack that a bit more? Share about what do you mean? How does that affect the rain to come back?
Yes. Are here in this land, we have a different feel of the temperature. If you will go to the other places here, you feel very hot. Are here you don't feel. You feel just normal. Because are here we have one forest. In some place don't have a forest more. And are here we very something like a small cycle of forest. And here is different. If you will go to the other side, you feel stay very hot. Are here no, just okay. And we feel if you have more forest, you have more farm. We have more rain. And our work are here. This is it.
That's so beautiful, so inspiring. Wow. Thank you for sharing, brother. It really, yeah. Thank you for being here and sharing your wisdom and inviting us to collaborate and support. That's a beautiful opportunity for all of us to step in and figure it out, the ways how can we support you on your mission, on your purpose, on something what is beyond material, what the Western world is kind of sidetracked. You bring the healing to the people in ancient wisdom. It's just magical, and the place where you are is it's actually I had an experience over there being in heaven on earth, and this time I felt I didn't need it to die. So it was a very powerful experience.
Thank you, my child. Stay together. Stay together.
Try.
Rausch.
Do you feel like playing a song?
Yes, we can
So
play.
alegria! Whoa!
Sorry, my cell phone is broken and I don't have a good microphone. Maybe you can hear a good sound, but I can play.
Try. Don't do harm in
I'm
trying.
Yes, I'm. We go.
We go.
Vamos fazer aqui para mostrar para a galera.
Thanks, Eric, for putting this together.
Hey, you know, this is my brother from many generations of lifetimes together, and we really have spent a lot of time in very meaningful places around the world, and the intensity in which we know each other, it doesn't need to even be spoken anymore. It's really profound. So
Bora fazer a terceira aqui, todos. Sai. Chega aí. Bonito. Bonito. Boa. Vai ter que quadrar todo mundo, vem. Vem, também. Aí. Fica aqui, ó, mais pra trás. Eu vou aparecer mesmo. Olha ali na tela. Gente. Birthday to you, my querida Maria. Birthday to you, my querido Maria. Eu chamo de querida. Querido Maria. Eu chamo de querida. Ah,
Yeah.
Ouch!
How she
you.
house.
Ah,
So beautiful. Thank you so much, bro. Your wisdom and your prayer and the gift of the youth next to you. Just so everybody knows, this guitar that he plays on, we call it Great Spirit or Grand Spirit.
the Great Spirit guitar.
Yes. Bless you, brother. We love you.
Blessing for us. This is a blessing for the Great Spirit. We call it the day of the Great Spirit.
Yes.
And we talk with this prayer. We talk with this Great Spirit, and we bring this prayer for our heart.
So this man, the way that he plays and the way that he sings with such passion and devotion and reverence, has been a really important component of my growth and development. He is a natural channel of just magic. His hands are the hands that I call, he plays the Great Spirit because his hands are part of Great Spirit's wisdom, and his hands are just really, really special, and his voice really shares the magic of this wisdom in the prayers and the ways we're in ceremony. Or I just feel, brother, that the time is now. We've been segura firma for such a long time. We've
Pura?
been yeah. And it's so beautiful that in this moment in time, we were talking, the other day about this masculine feminine presence, and here we are manifesting this profoundness in the way that we choose to operate, because we're really anchoring it in the decisions that we choose to do every moment. So it's amazing to see how the universe is really providing for us. And I kept saying it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Now it's time, my bro. So yeah, it's amazing how the universe really brought us in this moment. Again, this morning, everything just came to life. So we're gonna work on bringing the community together to really serve and support what needs to happen. And I'm always here for you. We're always all here for you. And yeah, I'm grateful, brother. I'm just grateful for you, and I can't wait to come back and visit you soon.
Grateful, Chai. Grateful for everybody for having this opportunity to share this. And I have so grateful for all of you. And we stay together at this force, at this project, at this community. And I invited everybody one day to come here to feel this, to share this with us. We stay here all day. We work. This is not a dream. This is a reality. We make this every day.
And I'm gonna share a little secret for those who's gonna come to visit Alta Paris. Is that okay? I'm gonna say something that is not allowed. Somehow, I'm gonna do it anyways. There is a lot of aliens over there, and I have a proof. One day, maybe I'm gonna prove it, or you're gonna prove it yourself.
That's not news for me. It's not just there, by the way. I'm just saying. You should go in the north where I'm from. There's pretty interesting. There's actually a movie where my state and já viu da Pedra da Galinha Choca, Pedro? And it's a very special stone. And there's a Hollywood movie that based the little boy that disappeared in the US, and then there's a whole connection going on there, so you should watch if you're interested. It's pretty cool.
I would love to, if you can share the link to the movie or how it's called or like that. The link would be the best.
I would try to find it and send it to you. I don't know if there's a
Thank
link,
you.
but I'll look for it and try to find the name. But it's pretty interesting, and but yeah. But I wanted to ask Pedro, because his wife is here in Europe at the moment, hosting events to fundraise for their cause. So Pedro sent me the link, but I only saw a location only in England. So I wanted to ask him if there's any other location as well that they're going to have the events. Pedro, sua esposa só vai estar na Inglaterra fazendo os eventos? Que o link que você mandou só tem Inglaterra.
Tem vários lugares, 5 países, eu acho. Aí eu posso compartilhar. Eu pensei que eu tinha mandado o completo, mas aí eu vou procurar e mando para você. Porque estão todos os lugares. São 5 países, se eu não me engano.
So he's going to send me the information on all the 5 countries that she's going to be in, and if it's nearby, anybody's interested on ceremony and concert, indigenous concert, to support a fundraiser. There's another idea as well. So
that's a great idea, actually. So why don't we do that? Is like to actually share even more of that about in the community. I think that's a great idea to then emphasize the importance of where she's going, Pedro, and emphasize how things can really come together so that as a result, people are also knowing that she's fundraising for that. And then we can fundraise for both causes, like at the same time, for travels, for the event, things like this, and then also for what's happening in the village. So it would be nice, brother. What do you think? Is that okay with you?
Yes, of course. Of course.
Beautiful. Wisdom.
Yeah. We work together. The family, the active people,
Well,
we work.
Thanks to Tennessee, she's a brilliant soul. So she's really leading with grace. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's so little. It is the minimum of the minimum we can do. Really.
Right. I agree.
So yeah, we could do more, honestly.
We need to start somewhere though. And it feels to me like this reaching out from Pedro it's a true blessing for the whole community. Like it's a gift that's gonna keep on gifting on so many levels of our experiences.
And
Yeah.
I think universe works in such a perfect way, because was last week we were talking to Sean, who said he really wanted to go to Brazil to the community, right? And we were talking about this, and the guys, and we were all talking about the communities, and we're talking about you giving wasn't Eric said, I'm going to give you a contact for there, and then he's like so keen about Brazil, and then fast forward a week later, and we're here, so it's just incredible how everything just unfolds in such a beautiful way.
And I think, we should think about also, Pedro, about where we can host a retreat and use the proceeds of what that retreat looks like to fund whatever we need to fund to support you. So instead, like get, whatever facilitators we need and get them to use their time to contribute their time and energy, and then use the funding from the retreat to fund the project. So then we can use all of the time and energy to educate people, support people, but then as a result of their time and energy, they're also then giving back to the community. So we should think about, and maybe we can get Brenda, on the call. Maybe we can talk to Brenda, and now even Shaw, because he wants to go there, to really see and facilitate a greater, more of us. So there's
And it
more of the
sounds like
community.
Christine is going as well.
Yeah. Because then we can really create a structured approach to really guiding them back to themselves, but in the same time, helping them see the land, the experience, the culture. And then as a result, in addition to that, brother, it becomes a funding for what you want to build. What do you think, my bro?
Yes, this is a good idea. If you talk about the bad cities, I will stay inside.
We have to, we are all the medicine. So the medicine is us, and we have to remind everybody of that. So it's important that we continuously do that in whichever way is necessary, and to guide people back to our home. So cool. Let's brother, let's get the information of Bismani, where she is, shoot it into Tennessee. We can maybe get it done in English so that the whole because a lot of the people in the group are also from Europe, bro. So that really helps. And then as a result, we'll see if maybe we can help navigate a path so people can know how they can help. And then from that place, you and I can also start, or a few of us can jump on another call to talk about some of the specifics, get Brenda in terms of logistics on the ground, and really get the whole team together for integration and responsibility action. Because you know me, I'm not all I don't like to talk. I like less talking, more doing,
Yes, I would like to.
Are you
I
Aries
share.
by any chance, Eric?
I'm a Scorpio moon
Oh,
and a Sagittarius rising and a Gemini star sign.
interesting. No, but I'm Aries, so that's why I'm always about doing things as well. So, so I think, I like to try. We start doing, done is better than perfect. So I feel like you have to get moving and done. So if you send me the information, Pedro, and then we can talk. And then if you want to do something here in Europe, we can see, because I was looking for a retreat for myself, not to do it, but to attend. So I end up finding some places that you can host your retreat. Basically,
So we can,
not that I was going to do that myself. I wanted to participate, but end up finding that information some time ago for total random reason. But there are places. The good thing is there are places, I think, in Central Europe as well. So if they're coming, or I can ask my brother, because he hosts retreats in Mount Shasta in California.
beautiful.
But medicine retreats as well. But he used to live here, and he knows a lot of people in Netherlands, in the UK and things like this. So that do those ayahuasca things and Hapa and all of those. So I can ask him as well if you'd have contacts that we can reach out to, of places or things like that. So we can try and find a way. We'll find a way. We just need to coordinate.
Let's do it. So listen, I love it. Chai, I gotta run. I think that this is brilliant, Tennessee. You're such a gift, and amazing. Let's stay connected in the group and talk further so we can really bridge this together. Whoever wants to add and contribute more energy, feel free. And I gotta run because we got another meeting right now with the lawyers. Okay, so I love you all, and we'll talk later. I love you, brother.
Okay.
How's Chai?